Hey guys, Zero here. So I've been telling you guys that video 700 was coming up very soon. In fact, this video right now is video 699. So this next one's going to be special because I wanted to provide some explanation and context for what it is. So for those of you who might be new to my channel or just may have forgotten since it's been so long since I don't do videos regularly like I used to back then, I've only recently started coming back and actually doing some stuff. Every 100 videos, I always had an outtakes compilation. It kind of started off with just the first one. I did it for a special thing, and then it kind of became a tradition for the channel where every 100 videos, I'd put out some outtakes. It would just be some random bits from old LPs I'd done up to that point, and I kind of spliced them together and make a little video out of it. So I did that every 100 videos, but now we're finally hitting 700, and it's going to be an outtakes video, but it's going to be the biggest outtakes ever because it's actually going to be an unreleased LP from 2015, a little bit over 5.5 years ago now at this point. I recorded it back then, I rendered it, it was ready to go, I just hadn't released it. And so because I rendered it back then, it was from my old computer, it uses the old settings, my old audio and all that. So when you watch it, you'll probably want to turn the volume down some because my volume used to be pretty high in the old videos. They're not quite like how they are now. So that's why it is the way it is. It's actually going to be a two-parter. Both vids will go up the same day, probably about 15 minutes apart. I'm not going to space them out or anything. One will go up, and then shortly after, the other one will as well. They're not super long or anything like that. But an explanation as to why they were unreleased, it's not because I didn't think they were good or anything like that. To kind of give you an insight into how I used to do things back then, when I would record some LPs, sometimes I'd actually have more than one kind of going or ready to go. So what I would try to do is I'd actually would space it out a little bit. So if I have one, maybe I'd wait a while and then I put up the next one. And what I did was I had a couple at the time. I took this one and I held on to it to kind of give myself a little bit of breathing room. If I reached a period where I wasn't having anything new going up, I could then release this to give myself some more time, kind of keep the pace going. But what ended up happening was after so long of not using it, I kind of actually just forgot that it existed. It wasn't until a few years later that I realized, oh yeah, I have that old video. Maybe I should put that up at some point. But then again, I didn't. And fast forward till now, 5.5 years later, I'm finally going to do it. So that's why it never got released. Now, I'm not going to tell you what the game actually is. You'll find out soon enough when you see it. But I just will say this. In terms of the actual gameplay, I know I make a lot of mistakes. And honestly, I kind of play poorly, but sometimes you just get caught in the moment. You're focusing on this. You're not playing as well as you should be. It just happens. I mean, I think it still could be entertaining and fun to watch. So just enjoy it for what it is. Don't watch it for skill. Just watch it to laugh at my horrible gameplay. And also, I don't have any other unreleased LPs. This is the only one that I ever held on to, so don't think that I've got another one in my back pocket that I'm gonna pull out at some point. This is the only one. So I think what I'm gonna do is this video should probably go up on Monday if you're watching this the day it goes up, and then I'll put video 700 and 701 up on Wednesday afternoon, evening. And then after that, if we ever make it to video 800, I'll figure out what I'll do for that one. I might still have some other random clips elsewhere that were unused. Maybe I can put something together. Or maybe between then, I'll have some more outtakes I can actually use if I actually start making some more LPs besides Deja Vu. So we'll see. But again, I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an explanation rather than trying to put this all in text. I figured it'd kind of just be easier to make a video about it. Plus, this also just gives me better spacing to finally just go ahead and make sure I hit 700 on time. So that's it. I hope you guys enjoy it. Don't judge me too harshly for my poor gameplay, all right? I'll see you guys later.